What up, YouTube peeps? It's your boy 3E. Oh, anyways, today I'm talking about WWE and the missing silver WWE Championship belt. Okay, I guess a while back in like early 2009, I guess when Randy Orton first beat John Cena, or one of the times when he finally beat John Cena, a lot of people thought that, okay, finally, that was going to be the end of the spinner belt, aka the John Cena belt. And I guess there were backstage plans to unveil a new WWE Championship belt. I mean, if you go online, there's not much information about it, but there was talk of like debuting a silver WWE Championship belt design, but for some reason they decided to hold off the plans of doing that. And yeah, till this day, back in 2009, they had a silver WWE Championship belt designed to replace the spinner belt, and it's 2012, and we're still stuck with the John Cena belt. Darn it, what was I going to say? Yeah, we're still stuck with the John Cena belt. Currently, there's another belt that I guess is going to be debuted at some point. I guess CM Punk is going to debut that belt at some point or another, or maybe John Cena is going to debut. It's basically a bigger... From the pictures I've seen online, it's not the full belt, but it's basically a bigger, heavier, more up-to-date version of the actual John Cena spinner belt. From what I saw so far, it's not the whole thing. It's possibly maybe like the side plate or whatever, but from what I've seen so far, it's just going to be a bigger, heavier, up-to-date version of the John Cena belt, minus the actual part in the back that you can click or pull up to make the actual two W's. I guess spin. Back to the silver WWE Championship belt. I guess back when the ECW, aka WWECW, aka fake ECW, was on the air, I guess maybe at one point they had plans to unify the WWE, the World Heavyweight Championship from SmackDown, and the ECW Championship from ECW, and I guess that's where they had the whole idea of, I guess, a silver WWE Championship belt, or maybe a silver undisputed WWE Championship belt, or maybe it was the Divas belt that they were talking about, but I don't think it's the Divas belt, because after that belt came, later on, I was hearing talk about a silver WWE Championship belt. Sorry about that. Also, at one point or another, there was plans to have The Miz debut a new WWE Championship belt, not the one that he had on Raw, where he basically just flipped the two WWEs upside down to make two M's on the WWE Championship belt. I guess there was a point in time that Miz was scheduled to debut a new WWE Championship belt, possibly silver WWE Championship belt, because I guess at the time when he was getting that push, he was like really over or whatever. They even started talking about going in a new direction, calling it the reality era, and he was running around self-proclaiming himself as the new face of WWE. And what better way to establish yourself as the new face by finally getting rid of the John Cena belt and debuting a new belt once and for all. But whatever the case may be, I guess there's a new WWE Championship belt that's on the way. It's not the spinner belt that they already have somewhere backstage or in Vince McMahon's like secret like vault of belts or whatever. I don't know. I would have at least liked to see what it looked like or whatever. Or maybe it was, if you remember WWE or SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 or 2010, there was a belt by the name of the Champion of Championship belt or something like that, where I think Big Show was like the default champion or something like that. After you played through the story mode, maybe that was the silver WWE, aka Silver Undisputed Championship belt that they were talking. But since ECW died, maybe they just canceled plans on that. Either way, I would have loved to actually see at least see what it looks like. I mean, anything at this point is going to be better than the John Cena spinner belt. I'm still waiting on the new WWE Championship belt. I don't know why it hasn't debuted yet. They could have debuted it on the 1000th episode, but anyways, I'm not the creative team writers. I'm not Triple H. I'm not Vince McMahon. I guess we're just going to have to most likely wait till WrestleMania to see if Rock debuts a new championship belt. But anyways, this was a video about the WWE and the missing silver WWE Championship belt that we heard of, but we never ever got to see, and most likely we might never get a chance to see unless they replace the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship belt with that silver WWE Championship belt. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, at the end of the day, the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship belt is basically the ECW Championship belt. That's just how I feel. So yeah, that was my video of missing silver WWE Championship belt. Thanks for watching. In your spare time, whatever, comment or whatever, make your own video. I'll watch. And yeah, thanks. Peace.